This is the most bizarre story that I've ever seen about a black woman and self-hatred. The end of the black woman who calls herself a white woman with a tan, Donna Briggs. This is crazy, bro.
Donna Briggs, a lolcow who's
This is a black person, bro.
become the internet's most puzzling transformation story. This was her 13 years ago, and this is her now in 2025.
Goddamn!
Yup, the lady you just saw used to be a certified black African American, but now she has platinum blonde hair, pale skin, and an oddly familiar voice that speaks about abundance and success. Donna Briggs put herself out there as a figure of positivity, claiming to be just a white woman with a tan, even though old pictures of her on social media prove otherwise.
This is
Her
crazy.
stories made headlines. We're talking about a transformation so dramatic, so bewildering, that it's left her over 170,000 followers on TikTok questioning everything they thought they knew about identity, self-perception, and the lengths people will go to reinvent themselves.
Wow.
One commenter wrote, "Oh my goodness, she is a hot topic right now. Fraudulent, scammer, and she's black claiming she's white." Another commenter trolled, "Uncanny Valley with Carol Light final boss." Here's
Crazy.
where it gets crazy. When we dug deeper into her profile, we discovered something ugly about this social media influencer. This dual personality is also racist. Yeah, you heard that right.
Well, of
Donna Briggs
course.
is a
Any black person who would do this to themselves is racist against black people without a doubt. She has so much self-hatred within her.
racist motivational speaker.
No.
Are you going to reach back and give priority to bring up another black sister, a black person in general, but a black sister?
As long as they keep their mouth shut.
What's that supposed to mean?
As long
Oh,
as they
wow.
don't mess it up for me. I don't want to bring them in and then they mess everything up for me.
This is when she was still transitioning, clearly identifying as a black woman, still had a little bit of melanin left, okay?
Oh, wow. You are lost.
I'm not lost. I'm just
Yeah,
a real.
she
You're just a realist.
Yeah.
super
She spends her
lost.
precious time shaming black people. Here she is calling for the termination of young, black, and ignorant people.
God
They should be
damn.
terminated at first sight. Those people, yes, those people. Young, black, and ignorant are ruining our society. Maybe if you gunned them down, it would send a message to the rest of them.
Wow.
This is another instance where she insults black people.
I imagine this is what Candace Owens sees when she looks in the mirror.
Black people wish they had someone as fabulous as me they could claim, no thanks. This reverse Rachel Dolezal takes pride in not only ignoring her roots, but also shaming everyone who tried to reason with her online. Is she mentally stable? Is this a
course
case
not.
of an identity crisis? What had led Donna to create her own story in a
This is white worship final boss.
two-faced racist handwriting? Stick around as we find out.
Hello, everyone. It's Donna Briggs, and today's star of the day is remember
Wow. Her voice even has changed so much. Golly.
that the people who have small minds think.
Today, if you visit Donna Briggs' TikTok account, you'll find a woman who presents herself as a beacon of positivity and success.
Wake up every morning, say, I am powerful, I am divine, I am great,
Still, you can hear it though. You can hear it a little bit in the background.
I am wealthy, I
The
am
black accent. It's still there a little bit.
successful.
With her perfectly styled blonde hair, carefully applied makeup, and what
Right.
appears to be very fair skin, she delivers daily affirmations with the practiced high-pitched sound of a 90s news anchor or commercial voice actor.
Hello, everyone. It's Donna Briggs, and today is Finance Friday, day 16 of the.
This is weird, dude.
Like you've seen
Never
in all
seen
these
anything
clips,
like this.
Donna begins her videos with a robotic greeting. Hello everyone, it's Donna Briggs, before launching into mantras about positivity,
Think positive, whatever you're dealing with, it will eventually turn.
abundance,
What can I say to attract abundance? You have to say it all the time. Your affirmation.
prosperity,
Prosperity brings prosperity. If you look like you are trying to do something with yourself, you're going to attract those types.
and financial or lifestyle advice.
Stop worrying about other people's pockets. Get your last steps. You meditate, you pray, you said your affirmations. I'm healthy, I'm happy.
Listen, man. This is not how rich people spend their time. This is not like this woman is a scammer, clearly. You know what I'm saying? Like, people who really got money like that, they do a thing first. What's the thing that she did? Ain't none here.
Donna Briggs is a luxury lifestyle expert, motivational speaker, vegan, and entrepreneur. Her social media describes her as someone who's achieved everything and now wants to help others do the same.
That's always bullshit, dude. That's always bullshit. Look, it never stops. So whatever she did to get wealthy, she would still need to be pouring into that to maintain it and to grow it even. Rich people don't get to a certain level of wealth and then are like, I'm good. They just keep growing it and leave it for their children. And so this woman, she's a con artist.
But here's where Donna's story becomes truly fascinating and deeply troubling. The woman delivering these messages of self-love and
that's crazy, right? They supposedly made millions of dollars traditionally selling some kind of product, offering some kind of a service. And then they're like, oh, let me stop doing this. And now I'm going to sell you a course on how you can become wealthy. It's like, hold on, why don't you just give the information away for free and continue to make money the way you were making it before? Why did that have to stop and now you're a YouTuber? That seems weird.
Acceptance, who claims to be a wellness ambassador, lives in direct contradiction to everything she preaches. You see, the internet has a long memory, and that memory contains images and videos of a very different Donna Briggs.
We're here talking about what's going on in the world of celebrity and entertainment.
But even here you could see she was unwell.
Everything, of course.
The old Donna Briggs was a successful radio host and entertainment personality. She had a thriving career interviewing celebrities like Jennifer Hudson, R. Kelly, Mary J. Blige, Tyler Perry.
But that's crazy. She was doing this whitewashing thing and she was still in the industry. People were still going down and sitting down with her, even though she was looking crazy.
Williams, Terry Crews, and many more. She was articulate, engaging, and appeared to be comfortable in her own skin. Most importantly, she was clearly a black woman with darker skin, different facial features, and what appeared to be a completely different racial identity than the person we see today.
You're a diva, aren't you? You are definitely a diva.
I'm not a high diva.
I didn't say you're a high diva, but you definitely got the whole diva thing going on.
Yeah, of course I do.
You're a diva.
Donna's transformation isn't subtle. We're not talking about someone who got a new hairstyle or lost weight. We're talking about a complete racial transformation. From a black woman to someone who now identifies as white. The exact opposite of Rachel.
I'll be real. She went even harder than Rachel. You know what I'm saying? Rachel don't even really look black right here, but this chick, I mean, at a glance, she looks like a white woman, bro.
Lazal. The change is so dramatic that many people initially thought the old photos were of a completely different person. And what's crazy is that these pictures of evidence are still on Donna Briggs' social media platforms for the internet to see. It's unclear whether she simply forgot to dust off her digital footprints or just didn't care about people finding out about her past. When confronted with these images, Donna's response has always been both consistent and bewildering. She insists that she was never black, that she was simply a white woman with a tan, and that she's now returned to her natural porcelain skin tone. She claims her parents are white, and that any suggestion otherwise is simply people being jealous of her success.
So how did her nose change and her eyes?
When most people post old photos of her in comment sections, she dismisses them with laughing emojis and states that some of them aren't her. Donna Briggs just isn't having it with the comments, as they always pop up like whack-a-moles in every single post. It's sad, but she asked for it, leaving all those old videos for viewers to see. We know no tan in the world can change a white woman's skin to black, especially as far back as 2012, when we started seeing
actually, I beg to disagree, but
signs of transformation.
there are some very dark tans that white women apply to their skins.
You got the Cliff Notes? You got the Cliff Notes.
The difference between the old Donna and the current Donna isn't the difference between tanned and untanned skin. It's a complete transformation of facial features, bone structure, and overall appearance that suggests either extensive cosmetic surgery, skin bleaching procedures, or both. You can clearly see her cheekbones, nose job, and questionable lip fillers. Everyone can except for Donna Briggs, who adamantly refuses to admit it. Her skin tone has shifted so dramatically that it's hard to believe this could be achieved through any natural process. But here's where things get interesting. Some netizens have speculated about whether Donna might have a medical condition like vitiligo, the same condition that affected Michael Jackson. Vitiligo causes patches of skin to lose their pigmentation, and in severe cases, it can affect large portions of the body. Jackson famously dealt with this condition. though he also underwent cosmetics to even out his skin tone.
Makeup evens it out because it makes blotches on the skin, and I have to even out my skin.
The key difference, though, is in how the transformation is handled psychologically.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, despite his changing appearance, never denied his African-American heritage.
Right.
Why would I want a white child to play me? I'm a black American. I'm proud to be a black American.
Yeah.
I am proud of my race.
He remained proud of his cultural background.
Now, clearly Michael Jackson has some self-hatred issues as well, because it didn't just stop with the skin. He changed his nose, he changed his hair. So he definitely had some issues with his blackness as well.
Even as his physical appearance
But I would still say he was in a far better mental place than this lady, and we know that Michael had a very traumatic childhood.
changed due to his medical condition and subsequent cosmetic procedures. Donna, on the other hand, has completely rejected her racial identity along with her physical transformation. This means that despite whatever procedures or conditions, the combination of both, her mental relationship with her identity has shifted just as dramatically as her physical appearance.
Yeah, this
Whatever
is sad,
procedure
man.
Donna had undergone, it's clear that she was loaded for it. Donna's current lifestyle screams luxury. She lives in a mansion, drives luxury cars like Rolls-Royce, and presents herself as financially successful.
Like, I've always seen myself as wealthy, right? Always. My whole life.
You do always wonder how it is they get their hands on this stuff, though. There is money somewhere.
Millions, billions, going up to billions.
Going up
It
to
makes you wonder how
billions,
someone
right.
who is a regional radio host, not a national celebrity, acquired such apparent wealth, especially while undergoing what would have been extremely expensive cosmetic procedures.
Right.
Some investigators began exploring alternative explanations for her wealth. Had she inherited money? Won the lottery? Received a large legal settlement? Married into wealth? None of these theories could be confirmed, and Donna herself has been vague about the sources of her apparent affluence.
As con artists that want to teach you how to make money usually are. They have all this money, supposedly. They have the materialistic things that symbolize having a lot of money, but they can't really explain to you how they got it.
Preferring to only speak in generalities about choosing success by getting rid of low vibrational behavior.
Right.
Wealthy. That means you're not going back and forth or lying with people. You're not arguing with people.
Says the woman who literally responds to comments with no likes in all of her TikToks. This woman is unhinged.
You're letting people.
And attracting wealth.
A guy who knows they can't afford you is not even going to approach you. He's not going to approach you. He's not going to try to date you, take you out, because he's going to say...
Some have speculated that she has a shady source of income after allegedly spending time in prison back in the early 2000s. Here's what people on Reddit had to say. She's definitely isn't mentally well. She's wealthy, and if you look on YouTube, she has her own media company and has interviewed a lot of major celebs. But I also read that she's been to federal prison for fraud,
Right.
so it's possible some of her wealth is obtained illegally. In a similar way, another person noted, I think she's in drugs based on how she acts. A childhood friend also made a post that she's definitely black, and she went to federal prison for fraud back in 2008. But regardless of where she gets her money from, it's plain obvious that she has enough for skin whitening techniques. Is it Botox, bleaching cream, or vitiligo? Netizens are speculating. The answers are probably hidden with Black Donna back in 2012. Donna's transformation is not entirely what throws people into a frenzy. It's her rejection of self, even with the numerous evidence lying around. She preaches self-love, yet changes her look while denying everything from her past. Donna just wants to live her life, and she should be allowed to.
So why you guys are monitoring Donna? You should be monitoring your bank statements. Monitoring your properties.
Right. The
Monitoring...
woman that can't tell you how she got her money and went to prison for fraud is telling you how to manifest money. Right.
what you're doing.
But this lol cow doesn't cut her followers some slack. With her backstory all over the internet, netizens have been able to find something wrong with Donna Briggs' personality. What she stood for back then versus now raises a lot of questions about how a woman of color got to this point in her life. The pieces of evidence are mind-blowing, and the story is about to get really sickening.
What it actually means in Arabic.
Did you think it would take off like it did? Just curious.
Not really.
Because
No,
it's
I
like,
knew my heart was in the sweet potato pie.
The Donna Briggs of the early 2010s was a different person entirely, not just in appearance, but in demeanor, confidence, and career trajectory. She was a legitimate media personality with a growing reputation in entertainment journalism, and she had the privilege of meeting interesting figures in the industry. Like this one time she met Emmy-nominated Donnie Glover at an event.
Marshall Bell,
Yeah,
what are you
man.
up to these days? And who is this beautiful lady beside you?
This, Donnie, is my lovely co-host.
But she not even good. I be honest with you, I think she look better now than this middle way where she trying to kind of look like a white woman. Like you can see she's transforming here. The process has begun, but that weave or that wig, it don't look good. Her eyebrows look crazy. The makeup don't look good. You know what I'm saying? She did get better with practice, as people typically do. But she was looking crazy back here. The self-hatred, though, is insane.
I'm Donna.
During her radio career, Donna interviewed some of the biggest names in entertainment.
She looks terrifying now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, but at least it looked more put together, more complete.
To listen to. Okay, everybody can find a little groove with this album.
Yes.
I'm dying to hear the
Wow,
album.
look how white
You know-
she got even right here while she was still on the show. They had to know she was bleaching, bro.
You know, when
Her interview style was conversational without being invasive, professional without being stiff.
That's sad.
What about the guy that went under the
Super
desk?
sad.
Yes, him, Gabriel. Gabriel.
Like,
I was
what was that
Gabriel,
about?
you trying to share your DNA today. Come
Oh,
on now, it's
ew.
an audition.
Did he
Right.
get in or no?
No.
She had the kind of presence that
That's
one would
wild,
believe without a
dude.
doubt could make her become a major media personality if she had continued on that path. The radio personality version of Donna was engaging, intelligent, and seemed genuinely interested in the people she was interviewing. However, she did have a side of her that was particularly concerning. For instance, on this misogynistic radio show, Celebrity Magazine with Marsha Bell, Donna was often seen condoning some negative remarks about black female celebrities.
There are always signs early on, man. There's always signs.
I didn't say that, and folks
I
understand,
said it.
I didn't say
I
it.
said it. Donna
You
said
said
it.
it. A black woman said it.
Somewhere along the line, the transition began to show. Even her colleague and co-host of Celebrity Magazine Live, Marshall Bell, noticed this gradual change and would talk about it subtly on the radio show.
God, not to mention your complexion, but you would have just been a house
Okay.
Negro back in the day.
Oh, wow. So he brought it up.
You would have been.
On this particular uncut show in February 2012, the pair began their discussion on the fate of black people in the movie industry, stating how they never make it to the board to get nominated in prominent entertainment awards. While on the topic, Marshall raises the influence of the continuous influence of slavery on the black folk. It turned into a mini-class on black history in an era Donna was unfamiliar with.
Oh, of
You know what
course.
Al-Haj Malik al-Shabaab-
That's usually what it is. My people perish from a lack of knowledge. All self-hatred in black people, maybe not all, but a lot of it is rooted in ignorance of history, because you buy into the white supremacist narrative that your people are at the bottom because of their blackness. It is because they are black why they're at the bottom. They're not as smart, they're not as hardworking, they're not as honest, they don't have the integrity, they are impulsive, they are obsessed with just, living in the moment and having fun, they don't think long term, all of these lies. When the reality is just American history. That's all it is. You give a group of people, the majority, all the power and a 300+ year head start, they are going to do better than you in society. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You give away hundreds of millions of free land to these people. You give them all kinds of government handouts and assistance, and you exclude everybody else after you already oppressed them for hundreds of years, and then you expect them to be equal in terms of performance right away. Come on, get real. But a lot of black people, they don't study their history to learn the extent of the oppression and the just the bullshit that black people were put through. And it's so crazy because once you do start to study black American history or black Caribbean history, the opposite thing happens. You go from being insecure about your blackness to being proud of your blackness because you realize, wow, look how far our people have come in spite of all of the bullshit that they've had to endure, and for as long as they endured it. Black people and black culture truly is remarkable.
What that is about.
What exactly is it about, Mark?
I'm
I'm
asking
sure
you.
I don't know.
I'm giving you a black history lesson right
I don't know. Tell me.
As they talk, Donna stuns Marshall with a statement that basically hints at her nonchalance toward the plight of black people at the time.
I'm trying to figure out, why do you still have a problem with this, Marshall? This is how it is. You just go by.
Donna, my job on this program It's not only to and give opinion about this, that, and another.
Are you enlightening
It's also
people?
to educate. And
On a radio show, Donna, a black presenter, questioned why Marshall was bothered by the racist status quo in Hollywood.
Right.
Her defense was how normal it was.
raped by a white guy, or not raped by, but have sex, I'm sorry, had to have sex with a white guy and be basically portray a tart, basically.
Because that's how older white men see women of color.
You wonder why Denzel.
She almost seemed annoyed by it.
Enlightened folks
I understand that, but they already
may not
know.
realize. No, they don't. A lot of folks don't realize how deep the rabbit hole goes.
When their discussion entered the topic of slavery, Marshall subtly said something that suggested that Donna, with her complexion, would have been a house slave back in the day.
You're radical. Sorry, you're not even progressive.
I'm progressive to a point.
You're just Donna.
I don't know about you, but this last remark, "you're just Donna," had to be the black version of saying "you're just blonde."
Right.
Donna's reasoning got even more bizarre and racist.
It's reminiscent of OJ saying, "I'm just OJ. I'm not black. I'm OJ."
Marshall asked her how she would help people of color once she made it big and became successful.
How older white men see women of color.
You wonder why Denzel Washington, of all the good works he's done over all these many years, he gets his award. You know how he gets his award?
Training Day.
Playing a bad cop, a really evil cop.
With a straight face and without the slightest hint of hesitation, Donna revealed her real self in those split seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than admitting her obvious preference, which was obviously white people, she attached certain conditions to her lending help to black people. Did she mean that white people can keep their mouths shut and black people can't? There was so much going on in this episode that even Marshall couldn't handle it.
What's that supposed to mean?
As long as they don't mess it up for me. I don't want to bring them in and then they mess everything up for me.
Wow. You were lost.
Yeah, because what if he had that attitude about you? Yeah, man, that's the thing with, guys, put in the chat. Well, sellouts. We'll just continue to call them sellouts. I'm trying to get away from the, the using that term.
I'm not lost. I'm just a realist.
You're just a realist.
Yes.
You're going to catch it.
Wow.
What got people talking about this particular episode was how much of a racist Donna Briggs was. Even when Marshall had asked her who she would pick between a talented black producer and a white one, both equal in capabilities on the scale, Donna didn't bat an eyelash, and she delivered her repulsive answer.
Hire someone who was,
What color do you think her nipples are? This is not a sexual question. I'm truly just like trying to think to myself, people who use this Actually, what was Michael's? You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to look up what color Michael Jackson's nipples were. We're not doing that. I'm just saying, imagine like she takes off her clothes and it's just like dark brown nipples on her artificially albino skin. Wouldn't that be crazy looking? But it probably takes the pigment off everywhere.
Color.
No, I would not.
Why not?
Because I wouldn't do it.
Why not?
I just wouldn't do it. Because I just need to play the game to get where I need to go. I'm sorry.
You lost your way.
I'm sorry.
She's a black woman who knows what she wants.
What would you do? What would Donna do?
I would keep my all-white staff.
Oh my God.
Jesus, man. You hear her?
Hey, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, man.
Now, we've seen this racist Donna.
Again, problem isn't having white employees, right? The problem is the self-hatred. That's what's disgusting.
Black skin, thinking and talking in a way that doesn't reflect a dislike for her own people. She speaks all matter-of-factly about what she would do when she reached a certain level of prosperity. Looking at her current self, we can see that she did live up to her public fantasies for the future. Donna Briggs hates on blacks. We see it in her statements here. It definitely is black people offended when I was never black in the first place.
Yeah,
she does
well,
it.
That's true, because blackness is a social construct. To be truly black, one must fully embrace their blackness. Otherwise, in America, you're just African American. You are a person of African descent who lives in America, but you're not black. I was actually just talking to my wife about that, how, because my wife, she's half Mexican, half Korean. But we've had that conversation, how you gave birth to 3 black children, though. Sure, our children are mixed, but so am I. I'm mixed. And if you're black in America, you're mixed too. Actually, the average black person has 20% European DNA. Shout out to the colonizers. So being black isn't about what percentage of your DNA can be traced back to Africa. Being black is a mindset. Now, of course, yes, you have to have something there. Obviously, it would be ridiculous to take on the identity of a black person when you don't have any connection to actual blackness genetically. Just as this woman is so desperately trying to cosplay as a white woman. But, all my children, they're brown skin with curly hair, with my daughter, she's actually just as brown as I am. But it's incredibly important to me that our children embrace their blackness, because we live in a country where if you are someone of black descent and you don't embrace your blackness fully with both arms, you will end up being ashamed of your blackness. And that's how you get this: black women trying to be white.
Again, in this striking statement, black people wish they had someone as fabulous as me they could claim, no thanks. What came as a shocker, though, was her full-blown transformation.
Black people think you're insane.
From black to white.
Well, I'm leaving the spa. I was very disappointed. Wasn't what I expected.
Apart from her disdain for black women, Donna has always engaged in active black shaming on social media, especially on it. We see it in this case where she commented on a news report about 3 gunmen. One of the commenters mentioned how the media stylishly failed to disclose specific details about the suspects, to which Donna comments, black, young, and ignorant.
Wow, that's so pathetic. Notice how the race of the assailant only matters when they're not white. When they're white, their race literally doesn't matter.
Can you believe that? And what's more,
when they're white, the problem is mental health. When they're black, the problem is, well, what do you expect? They're black.
Shame in her post doesn't only come from the way she instantly turned to black shaming, but it stems from her lack of identity with the culture she called young and ignorant. Unfortunately, it doesn't end there. The verbal whiplash against the black community continues day by day. For some reason, posts related to the black community seem to trigger Donna. While she actively gave the impression of a motivational speaker with positive energy on TikTok, Donna Briggs consistently devoted herself on her page to major racist commentaries on X. Here's what she had to say about some shootouts involving teenagers in the country.
Wow.
Here's another triggering example. It's unclear which part of the post was confusing to her: the fact that the woman was plus-sized, or the statue was erected in Times Square. Or maybe because it was a black plus-sized woman erected in Times Square. No one can tell exactly what her problem is, but from what we've known about this two-faced diva, we can bet our money on one thing alone: black was definitely the key word. Time and again, Donna
if it was a white statue, a woman of a white woman, she wouldn't have a problem with it.
Insults black people as if she weren't a certified African-American once upon a time. We see it once again in her response to this comment Tommy Loren made about Jasmine Crockett.
How about that? It's 0. And I know people gonna feel away. Listen, all I do is give y'all facts. So you come.
That's what they do. You know what's even more concerning about Donna's behavior? It's her admiration for Elon Musk, the multi-billionaire with rather complicated racist behavior. If you scroll through Donna's X account, you'll notice a pattern of interactions with Musk's posts. She retweets, likes, and even comments on his shared tweets so much that it most definitely borders on obsession. Everything related to Elon Musk gets Donna excited, even parody accounts. Musk's reputation when it comes to racial sensitivity isn't exactly a secret. His platform changes have enabled some of the worst voices on social media, and his name's almost making headlines for the comments he endorses. Is it possible that Elon Musk has influenced Donna's tendencies? It doesn't excuse the harm her statements cause. When someone with a public platform spreads negative stereotypes about any group, but particularly a marginalized group, they contribute to the same social problems. Donna could have lived her life peacefully as a transracial lady, and no one would blame her for it. However, she chose to openly mock and insult her ancestry while building an empire on the negativity she was preaching.
And that's because idolizing whiteness is always synonymous with disparaging blackness. The reason why statements like black power and black pride are positive and empowering, yet white pride is racist, is because black pride and statements like that, these are sentiments that are born out of black people, despite the fact that they are, or history has tried to tell them that they are worth nothing, that they are second-class humans, despite white supremacy trying its best to convince you of that. You understand that that is not true, and that your blackness is not an obstacle or a curse or anything of that nature. Whereas white pride, however, has always been about expressing the sentiment that whites are superior to everybody else, especially black people. Black pride is about reclaiming our sense of self-worth, whereas white pride is about diminishing the self-worth of everybody else.
Openly mock and insult her ancestry while building an empire on the negativity she was preaching. As expected, the internet users, especially on TikTok, were not having it. What's perhaps most troubling about Donna's constant black shaming is that they might as well just be the tip of the iceberg. If she was willing to make inflammatory comments publicly, who knows what her private thoughts and conversations are all about? Black Donna and White Donna are essentially the same. Two-faced, ruthless against the black race and hypocritical. But White Donna's a bit different. She doesn't hide all the reservations Black Donna must have had in mind.
Right.
No, instead she lets them loose without caring about her status as a social media influencer.
Yeah.
The contradiction is staggering. How can someone who preaches love, acceptance, and abundance simultaneously spread hate and division? Well, the answer is really simple. It's possible that this behavior may not be operating from a place of mental and emotional stability. Something's wrong with Donna, and we have to find out what.
I don't get high, I don't do drugs, I don't do all that crazy stuff.
What is that supposed to mean? Black people and white people use weed at the same rate?
In Donna Briggs' case, we might...
Again, it's just the bullshit, man. Look, man, I think we've seen enough about this Donna Briggs woman. But again, yet another example of the brain damage that white supremacy has done to so many black people. And though it is true that not every black person who has a high degree of self-hatred ends up going this route, it's still there. And they still walk among us. These are your Brandon Tatums, your Candace Owenses, your Andre Williams, your Fresh, your Myrons from Fresh and Fit. The list goes on and on. The hatred of their own brownness and their willingness to buy into the lies of white supremacy. But y'all let me know what you think about this situation, man. Crazy story. Donna Briggs. Thank you for watching. Peace out.